Hi friends, I welcome you all for the channel of your UPSC friend. Let's discuss some of the current and static MCQs for the prelims 2020. First question. Arpit was recently in the news. It is an A. Airborne rescue pod, B. Torpedo, C. Sterilizer, D. Vaccine. Here the answer is A. Airborne rescue pod. Arpit, airborne rescue pod for isolated transportation. It is designed, developed and inducted by Indian Air Force. This pod will be utilized for evacuation of critical patients with infectious diseases including COVID-19 from high altitude areas, isolated and remote places. Second question. Which of the following statements is are correct in the context of Jal Jeevan Mission? First statement. It aims to improve the lives of rural people by providing safe drinking water to every household through household tap connection by 2022. Second statement. It is under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs is the nodal ministry. Here we need to choose the correct statement. The Jal Jeevan Mission is aimed at providing the safe drinking water for rural households through tap connection by 2024, not 2022. So the statement 1 is incorrect. And it comes under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, not under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So the statement 2 is also wrong. So the answer is C, none. Jal Jeevan Mission was launched by Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. It aims to improve the lives of rural people by providing safe drinking water to every rural household through household tap connection by 2024. It also aims at implementation of source sustainability measures as mandatory elements such as recharge and reuse through grey water management, water conservation and rainwater harvesting. Third question. Which of Delhi Disaster Management Authority is headed by A. Lieutenant Governor, B. Chief Minister, C. Union Home Minister, D. None of the above. Here they are asking for Delhi Disaster Management Act. So the Delhi Disaster Management Authority is headed by Lieutenant Governor. That is option A. Recently, Delhi government passed an order where the COVID-19 patients to get the hospital facility, they need to provide the domicile proof of Delhi. So, as it violates Article 21 right to life, the head of the Union Territory, Lieutenant Governor, nullified this order. So, the Delhi Disaster Management Authority is currently in news. Under Disaster Management Act of 2005, National Disaster Management is headed by Prime Minister, State Disaster Management is headed by Chief Minister, District Disaster Management Authority is headed by DM, Delhi Disaster Management Authority is headed by Lieutenant Governor. Fourth question, which of the following statement most appropriately define predatory pricing? A. It is a pricing strategy where a dominant firm deliberately reduces the price of a product or service to loss-making levels in the short term. Statement B. It is a pricing strategy where dominant firm deliberately increases the price of a product or service to loss-making levels in the long term. Statement C. It is a pricing strategy where a dominant firm deliberately reduces the price of a product or service to loss-making levels in the long term. Statement D. It is a pricing strategy where a dominant firm deliberately increases the prices of a product or service to loss making levels in the short term. Actually, predatory pricing is nothing but it is a pricing strategy where a dominant firm deliberately reduces the price of a product or service to loss making levels in the short term. When they get control over the market or the monopoly over the market, they recover their losses. Predatory pricing can be split into two stages. In the initial stage, where the dominant firm offer a good or service at a below cost rate which reduces profit in the short term but is intended to price out the competitors from the market. In the second stage, there is a where in the second stage where dominant firms charge monopoly prices in the long term to recover their losses. So the here the answer is A. Which of the following statements is or correct? First statement, the Directorate of Enforcement is part of Department of Revenue under the Ministry of Finance. The second statement, for the trial of offence punishable under Section 4 of PMLA, the central government in consultation with Chief Justice of High Court designates one or more session courts as special courts, also called as PMLA court. Here, both the statements are correct. So the answer is C. The Directorate of Enforcement is a law enforcement agency and economic intelligence agency responsible for enforcing economic laws and fighting economic crimes in India. It is a department of revenue under the Ministry of Finance. Its formation way back to 1956 with the headquarters in New Delhi. It mainly aims at the enforcement of two key laws. First, the Foreign Exchange Management Act of 1999, that is FEMA. The second, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Here, the Foreign Exchange Management Act it deals with the civil crimes and the PMLA deals with the criminal cases. The special courts, also called as PMLA courts, were designated by central government in consultation with Chief Justice of High Courts. An appeal against any order passed by PMLA court can directly be filed in High Court. Sixth question, which of the following statements is or incorrect? First statement, the Finance Bill of 2019 introduced the Section 15HAA into the RBI Act. The second statement, if a person tampers with information to obstruct or influence an investigation or destroys the regulatory data or tries to access the data in an unauthorized manner, then the entity would be penalized. Here we need to choose the incorrect statement. Actually, the Finance Bill 2019 introduced Section 15HAA into the SEBI Act, not RBI Act. The second statement is correct. If someone tries to authorize or tries to interrupt the investigation or destroys any of the data, that person will be penalized. So here the correct option is A. Section 15HAA of SEBI Act. The Finance Bill 2019 introduced Section 15HAA into the SEBI Act. If a person tampers the information to obstruct or influence an investigation, destroys regulatory data or tries to access the data in an unauthorized manner, then the entity would be penalized up to 10 crore or 3 times the unlawful gains, whichever is higher. Let's see something regarding SEBI. It is a regulatory of securities market in India. It was established in 1982 and given statutory powers in 1992 through SEBI Act of 1992. These are the questions for today. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Let's meet tomorrow with few more questions.